So now I'm going to go over which Elohim slash Anunnaki are mentioned in the Bible. And this is just going to be a rapid fire. If you want a breakdown of where they are mentioned in the text and a description of it, I will do that in another video, but this is just to go off and list the deities that are mentioned in the Bible. First, we have El Elyon, who is the Most High deity of the Elohim. We have Asherah, who is the Most High consort and the Most High goddess of the Elohim. We have Dagon, who is the god of sustenance and the god of grain. We have Baal Hadad, the storm god. We have Yahweh, the god of life, or the god of craftsmanship, depending on how you want to see it. We have Astarte, the queen of heaven, the god of love and war, the goddess of love and war. We have Anat, who is the huntress of the Elohim. We have Resheph, the god of plagues, the god of fire. We have Quosh, the god of rainbows or bows and arrows. We have Mot, the god of death, who was mentioned in Psalms 23, if you want one of them. We have Tammuz, who is very interesting because this may be the son of Yahweh, but that's for a whole nother discussion. We'll get to that. And that's based off of his connection to Enki, Yahweh's connection to Enki. We also have Ramea, who is slightly hinted at in the story when they talk about Yahweh or El's mercy. We also have Shapsu, who is also called Shemesh in the Bible or by the Hebrews. And this is Shamash, the sun god of the Anunnaki. We have Kamash, who is the god of the Moabites. This is the subduer god. We have Queteb and Deber. These are two gods that work alongside Resheph. We have Milcom, who is mentioned, who is a kingly deity. We have Adamu. We have Adama. These are earth-like deities that are mentioned. These are also seen in parallels from the Anunnaki. We have Arsu, who is known as Eretz in the Bible, and Eretz can be traced back to Eresh, which can be traced back to Yerash, which is another word for earth. So that means that she is an earthly deity, and we see that linguistic connection there. We also have Shahar and Shalem, the dawn and dusk gods. We also have other mentions of gods like Arse and possibly Pidre and Tale when they're talking about Yahweh riding on the clouds and the dew. We have Lotan, we have Yarik, and you know Lotan is Leviathan, and Yarik is the moon god. So we have plenty of Elohim mentioned, and the Anunnaki mentioned. We'll talk about them in the next video. So also in the Bible, we have other Anunnaki mentioned slash Elohim, such as Marduk, who is mentioned in the golden calf story, and then who is mentioned by his name Bel, and he is mentioned alongside another angel who could be Isham or Itum or Jibble. This could be another deity, but the scholars are unsure which deity they are directly trying to talk about because the Israelites are using a disparaging name or a disparaging variant of that name to describe that deity that they are mentioning that is worshipped alongside Marduk. But it's probably one of his angels or one of the angels of Enlil, who would have been the El of the Anunnaki. And then we also have Tammuz, who I mentioned last time, who is Demuzit, who could be considered the son of Enki. And if Tammuz is the son of Enki, who I believe is Yahweh, then Tammuz could be the son of Yahweh. That's also another possibility. This is just to say that there are many deities in the Bible. There are even Greco-Roman deities, of course, that are mentioned in the Bible, like Artemis or Apollo, and so on and so forth. And even Apollo is just another variant of Resheph. And we know that when the Bible is mentioning these deities, they are taking these deities either serious or they are trying to demonize these deities as being just another idol, as being something that holds no weight, no power towards the Elohim. Because they do believe in the Elohim. They do believe that the Elohim are true gods, and they do respect them to that extent. While they may not revere every Elohim, they do acknowledge and attest to these other Elohim and Anunnaki being real deities. but we'll go into that further. And one more thing to add. There's another deity that may be hinted to that is an Anunnaki, and that is Ninurta. Ninurta is mentioned in a roundabout way, combined with some aspects of Sargon of Akkad in the story of Nimrod. If you look into the story about the Tower of Babel, that's something to do with Sargon of Akkad and a little bit to do with Ninurta, which is another deity from the Anunnaki. So that's another thing for you guys to look into, and even for me to look into further. Because while I've looked into a lot of these things, there's a lot more to unpack about these. And we will get into these things more in depth when I make a more informative video where I show you guys slideshows and the evidence that you can see for yourself. But until then, look into it for yourself and see what you can find, and let's discuss it down in the comment section below.